Ever since I was younger, I remember that people liked my eyes, and they would always say I was given them as a gift at birth. I didn't really think of them all that much, but people kept telling me otherwise. My eyes were hazel-colored, with patterns that were in neat order. They had no unneeded marks or overgrown lines that showed, and they would always glow whenever the sun had hit them. It was like they were handcrafted for me to use with my body, but once again, I didn't really think of them all that much. That was until I got a bit older. I was in high school and I was a bit of a shy kid. I was a freshman at the time, so I stayed by myself a lot. I had a group of people who I could hang out with at times, and wasn't really the object of anyone's bullying. I could keep myself out of trouble, so it wasn't a problem for me. My classes were calm and we had our work done relatively early, so we were able to mess around and do our own things whenever we had the time. During those times, though, people would spend their times usually spreading rumors and chatting about crushes, recent fights, and all the normal high school drama. I would usually be working on class assignments and listening to music so that I could get better grades. Except for this particular time, I got interrupted by someone and they wanted to ask me something. "Hey, you have very pretty eyes. Is it okay if I look at them?" Sure, I don't mind. It was weird at first that this person wanted to see my eyes, but after a while they had thanked me for letting them see and walked away. That was when things started to happen. Randomly, people would come up to me at school and ask for me to stare at them, wanting to see my eyes. Rumors had spread that I had mesmerizing eyes and that if they saw them, their questions would be answered. Of course, none of that was true, but a lot of people came to see them. They just wanted to know if they were good or not. I started to get attention from a lot of students and teachers. They gave things in order for me to stare at them, and I'd even had the opportunity to pass a class for a whole year if I just stared at the teacher for all my free times. I passed on the offer, but it was interesting. It was like I had the world in my hands at that point. I could control the entire school with just one look into my eyes. Everyone was at my beck and call. A few months had passed after the rumors had spread and people kept wanting me to look at them. I was at home, happy, and looking forward for tomorrow morning so that I could continue to see what happened. But that night, something went horribly wrong. I woke up the next morning, tied up and scared. A light was shining above me, and I had been in my nightclothes still. The rope was tight on me like a snake on its prey, and I had been struggling to try and get out of them. It wasn't until I heard a door that I had found out who did this to me. "Glad to see you're awake." "Who are you? Why am I here?" "Easy there, kid, I mean you no harm. I just wanted to get a good look at your eyes." My... what? "Your eyes. I have grown quite fond of them. They are like fleshy gems, and I wish for them to be mine. But I know that is foolish to do, so I'm going to keep them here with me, along with the rest of you, until tomorrow." I was in shock. Some crazy person abducted me in the middle of the night just so they can have a look at my eyes. I didn't even know who they were, but they had known about my eyes. At that moment, I was losing my mind. My eyes were turning into a curse as the day went by. I couldn't sleep, I didn't eat, I wasn't even able to go to the bathroom. I just had to stare at this person. I was in torture for all those hours. After that, people began to chase me, kidnap me, and even nearly killed me just to see my eyes. I couldn't take all the stress, the pain of carrying these burdens. My eyes had betrayed me and I didn't know what to do. That's when I decided to get rid of them. I'm now in the hospital for chemical exposure to my eyes. The burns have rendered me blind and I basically have only eye sockets now. I was left to stay in darkness as the hospital began to care for me. But you know what? I don't regret getting rid of my cursed gift. I don't regret getting rid of my own eyes.